At dawn, on November 29, 1864, he and 700 men reached the edge of Black Kettle's camp on the banks of Sand Creek. Many of them were drunk from the whiskey they had swallowed to warm them during an icy all-night ride. One of William Bent's sons, Robert, was riding with Chivington, commandeered at gunpoint to show the way to the Cheyenne camp. Bent's other children, Charles, Julia, and George, were all inside the camp. Some regular Army officers protested that to attack the peaceable village would betray the Army's pledge of safety. Chivington ignored them. "Damn any man who sympathizes with Indians," he said. "Kill and scalp all, big and little. Nits make lice." He ordered the attack.
From down the creek, a large body of troops was advancing at a rapid trot. In the camp, all was confusion and noise. Men, women, and children rushing out of the lodges partly dressed. Women and children screaming at the sight of the troops. Men running back into the lodges for their arms. Black Kettle had a large American flag tied to the end of a long lodgepole and kept calling out not to be frightened, that the camp was under protection and there was no danger. Then suddenly, the troops opened fire on this mass of men, women, and children, and all began to scatter and run. White Antelope, when he saw the soldiers shooting into the lodges, made up his mind not to live any longer. He stood in front of his lodge with his arms folded across his breast, singing the death song. "Nothing lives long," he sang, "only the earth and the mountains." George Bent.
I never saw more bravery displayed by any set of people on the face of the earth than by these Indians. They would charge on the whole company singly, determined to kill someone before being killed themselves. We, of course, took no prisoners.
After the firing, the warriors put the squaws and children together, surrounded them to protect them. I saw 5 squaws under a bank for shelter. When the troops came up to them, they ran out and showed their persons to let the soldiers know they were squaws and begged for mercy. But the soldiers shot them all. Robert Bent.
My great-grandmother was in the band of Black Kettle when they were attacked. There's one little child that was walking up the creek bed, and there was a soldier there that was using the little boy to target practice. He took one shot, aimed, missed it. A second came along, tried and missed him, and a third said, "Let me kill the little devil." The little boy dropped dead. You had pregnant women whose bodies were being cut open, and the fetus was being taken from them. The private body parts of men and women were cut from them, and some of them used as saddle horns, hat bands, tobacco pouches, and put on public display in Denver City, in such a way that you would begin to ask, who is savage in this case? Certainly it's not the Cheyenne.